Okay, day 11. I think I'm gonna do. So, when I started this, I started on a back day, right? Because I had already done chest day before the trip to New Orleans. So I started on a back day, and I realized that a little too late, right? So now I'm trying to figure out how to handle the split from week to week. Because I did chest push pull legs, and then I think today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some flies, and then do shoulders. Flies would just be like maybe just the pec deck, because you don't really need much more than that, unless you want to do like these, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that makes any sense to the common person, but I think that could be a good way to go today. And then I don't know. I gotta figure this out. I'm still kind of figuring it out as I go. But I know I want to train for 6 days and then do one recovery day. So I gotta think it through today. Figure it out. I'll inform you guys on what I'm doing, how I'm going to handle the week to week once I figure this week out. But I think for today, it's going to be shoulders and flies. And then tomorrow, maybe gotta do hamstrings. Gotta do arms. Do hamstrings and arms on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm going to do back. I think rows and biceps, hamstring and triceps. I don't know. It's going to be a weird split. But we'll figure it out. Yep. Monday, start off the week strong. Yeah. See you guys at the gym. Alright, so we're starting with the flies. Today's shoulder day was it wasn't the best. I ended up tweaking it, doing the front shoulder presses, but it's okay. We're gonna walk through what I did, walk through where I overexerted, and what to do in these moments where you tweak a muscle or whatnot. Started with some rear delt flies, moved pretty well. Well, actually, I feel like activation just wasn't there today. I may have bit a little more than I could chew in terms of doing too much rear delt flies. Remember, there's always going to be a soft spot between overexertion and underexertion, and you got to find that for yourself. Since I just started doing these, spamming them out is not going to help, and this is the result of that. Also, I never really do dumbbell shoulder press. It's always been like an awkward movement for me. Both the Smith machines were occupied today, so I thought I would give this a try. You can see it wobbling a little bit here. And it's not exactly heavy weight. It's not that I can't control the weight, it's just, well, maybe I can't, I don't really do this movement a lot. I did 2 sets of this, and both sets felt pretty subpar. Like I wasn't able to control the eccentric or the concentric movement. It just wasn't feeling good. You see me arching my back and pushing. You see the disappointment. It's just not that good. Anyways, I moved over to military press. And honestly, this started out pretty well. I started out, I think, at like 12 reps. I think I did 6 sets overall. I was controlling it pretty well. Activation was good. Maintaining that movement at the bottom of the pull, at the bottom of the movement as well as at the top. You don't really need to fully extend, because after a certain point you're not pushing with your shoulders or as much as you are pushing with your back, if that makes sense. But not a bad. I should have just went straight to this rather than doing the dumbbell press. I think that's where I kind of messed it up. But it happens. you tweak a muscle, you're bound to tweak it. Whether it's your legs, your shoulders, arms, whatever else, it's gonna happen. And the way you act afterwards is what's most important, right? I can't tell you exactly which set I tweaked it on. I might not have been recording it. I think it was the second to last set. But when I think I tweaked it on my left upper trap, close to the connection between my trap to the neck. So now my neck is a little stiff, but it's okay. We live and we learn. After I tweaked it, I came over to the shrugs, and this is where I was working on figuring out what exactly I tweaked. You see that I'm not exactly pulling a lot of weight on the shrugs. It's only 45 pounds on each arm. I was trying to see where my range of motion was, and honestly, the pain, the tweak isn't that bad. It could have been much worse. I was able to knock out 2 sets of these, and that was able to help me work past the movement, the pain a little bit, get some blood flow going there. Like I said before in one of my videos, I neglected shrugs for a long time, and that may be why I'm feeling that tweak now, right? So this is another reminder of balance over everything. If you do too much of other things and not enough on a certain group, you're gonna feel the ramifications of that, and that's what happened today, and that's okay. We live and we learn. Honestly, these move pretty good. Front raises, they never do me wrong. Thankfully, not today either. Even after tweaking it, I felt pretty good. I don't remember how many I do of these, but a good few reps. I did 2 sets of this, and maintaining that bar path, keeping it vertical rather than moving it horizontal, back and forth, so that I'm executing properly on the front delt and isolating that from the rear delt and the mid delt really helps here. This has always been all reliable. This and flies have always been, rear delt raises or mid delt raises. Front raises, I've started incorporating them in the last couple months. I saw someone doing them and I thought I would give them a try, and they move pretty well too. No complaints. I think they're a great way to exhaust the muscle, especially after doing your front raises. Yeah, I think I do one more set of this and then I go to pose. But yeah, overall, not a bad way to go. I need to figure out what a better I can't be doing rear delt flies as much as I'm doing them now. I think that's why I tweaked my neck / trap, and just back to the drawing board, figuring out what works for me, figuring out what doesn't, and I need to stay away from dumbbell shoulder press because that just does not help. I think sticking to military press, I'm gonna keep doing them, but everything takes time, as always. But yeah, nothing too special today. I came home, rested, got some work done, ate some good food. Looking forward to some bed after this. And yeah, I think what I liked is that even after I tweaked it a little bit. You see that I'm still controlling it for the most part, except for the last few reps. Just turning it out, getting that last little bit of exertion, and I'm not moving my back too much here. I'm maintaining focus on there. So that's clearly the injury, quote unquote injury, wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, and that's a good thing. This is certainly recoverable. I just need to work it out. Just need to stretch more. I've been stretching my neck. I think a lot of people, what they do is when they tweak a neck, they get scared to move it. They try to rest it, and then they just wake up and it gets worse. You really need to move your neck. You need to move your neck side to side, up and down, in circles, to be able to get that full range of motion. Because if it gets stuck in a position, and then there's no blood being pushed to where it needs to go to heal that tweak, it's gonna take way too long for that to heal up. Posing went pretty well too. even with the tweaked trap. I'm still figuring out how to get the cap delt to pop. But this was honestly not that bad. Side chest here, you see the cap popping out here. Striations are coming out. Pretty good movement. No complaints. I liked how it looked on the right side. My right delt. I don't really pose my right arm as much, but I gave it a try today to see how it looks. Of course, my chest, the way I flex the chest here isn't the best, but the cap delt came out pretty well here. Still plenty of improvements to be made, as always, but not a bad way to start the day. I'll still take this as a win. Came out of it learning a couple more things. There's still plenty to do. I gotta, focus on healing up my neck a little bit now. But it's not gonna pull me. It's not holding me back in any sort of way. Just another lesson learned. A little bit of lat spread. Feeling myself a little bit. But yeah, nothing. I'm trying to get that transition down, and I noticed that I can flex my upper back a little more when I'm doing these back poses. I tried to see if I can get more see if my obliques are coming out a little more. I think they are a little bit, but well, that's all, y'all. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.